afternoon, everybody. I thought I would just jump on and share a bit about my morning with you guys. Basically, I woke up in a bit of a rubbish mood this morning. I'm just on my way out, so I thought I'd video while we're going. And yeah, woke up in a bit of a rubbish mood, feeling a bit groggy, a little bit, crappy. So I decided, I was looking on Facebook or what have you, and I came across this post offering like a cleaning position for a company, like an office local to me. And I thought, it said it was like flexible, this, that and the other. And if you've been following us, following our channel and our Instagram, you will know that obviously I had a full-time job and I left the job because we were due to move to Canada in August. Obviously we had a hiccup, blah, blah, blah. And I've not been working. We do have a company, it's a carpentry company that Jordan is still working, which is great. So I've just gone back to being a bit of a homebody, a bit of a housewife, just moseying around, doing, sorting the kids out. Obviously, the children had been taken out of school before we were due to leave. Obviously, I signed them out of school. My daughter's now gone back to school, and my son has not. He was at nursery, and his nursery ran out of spaces. So I've been on the lookout for a new nursery for him, but at the moment he hasn't joined one. So he's still with me. Well, not right now, he's with my stepmom. And yeah, so I haven't really been in a position to just go out and get a job because obviously I've got Jax at home and that could be quite difficult, I've got a 3-year-old at home with me. So I thought, I'll just message them. It's only up the road. It's just on a Sunday and a Wednesday after 6 o'clock, cleaning an office. Jordan will be home, blah, blah, blah. So I thought I'll just go for it. So their number was on there. So I messaged them and she told me about it and what have you. So we've been messaging back and forth. So I rang Jordan and I was like, babe, just want to let you know that I've seen a job locally. I'm going to see if I can do it. It's not a lot of money, but it brings some money in, just a couple of days a week for 2-3 hours. So I did that. Now, my husband, this is just a picture of the man that he is. So his response was, well, when will you be working? So I told him the times. It'd be like from 6 p.m. onwards, just for a couple of hours, 2 days a week. And he's like, well, how much are you getting paid? So I told him, and he's like, I tell you what, babe, I will pay you whatever they're paying you for you to stay home. Now, most wives would love, or girlfriends, partners would love to hear that, it's wonderful of him that he would rather me stay home and everything else. And he's like, but obviously it's our Sunday or our evenings, we're having dinner. I was like, I won't go till after dinner, but because family time is really important to all of us. So yeah, he was like, I'll pay you whatever they're paying you just so you can stay home. So I was like, look, babe, that's really sweet, but it's just a couple of hours. I think it would do me good just to get out of the house and be earning a little bit of money, again. And yeah, so he was like, oh, okay, I'll support you, whatever you want, but don't feel like you have to go. Oh, bless his heart, honestly. He is just the most wonderful person in the world. And most partners would be like, oh, thanks, yes, I'll stay home. But no, obviously with our situation at the moment, I think it will do me some good. So I'm just waiting to hear back from them now, whether they want me there tonight or on Sunday. I am currently just about to leave the house and go to the nursery that I'm having a viewing at today for my son to see if he can go there. It's literally at the bottom of my dad's road. So on the way there, I'm going to go there, see them, sign him up, and if I like it, and then I'm going to Wilco's. I just need to get some little trivial bits, just like shampoo, conditioner, things like that. So that is my plan so far today. Libby is at school, Jordan's at work, Jax and my stepmom Mary have gone on a little adventure to like a big country park for the afternoon, but it looks like it's going to rain now, so I hope it doesn't catch him because I didn't pack a coat for him. But yeah, that is my update today. I will let you know if I get the job. It's nothing major at all, and hopefully she gets back to me like, yeah, start tonight, which is great. If so, I'll take you with me. May as well. So yeah, that is where I'm at. I will update you guys later. Okay, so I've just come out of the nursery viewing that I had for Jax. Everywhere else that I've tried, obviously there's like waiting lists everywhere. His nursery that he was in was lovely, fantastic. I couldn't fault them. But yeah, I mean, these were quite nice. Like, I went in, they've got spaces, and I don't know if I just don't have a great deal of experience with nurseries. Like, I believe it or not, I actually have a real traumatic experience with nurseries from Libby when she was little, but that's a whole different story for another time. But yeah, I've got some real trauma from that. Jax's previous nursery, obviously he joined just after COVID, so they weren't allowing parents in, but it was such a lovely place. Like, you could tell, like, all of the people that ran it were really wonderful. Jax always had amazing things to say. Like, it was really nice. I don't want to like slag them off. Like, I'm not going to say like they're horrendous, but are they? I don't know. So basically, I walked in, signed in. There's a baby room. It's quite big. So you walk in the main entrance. There's a baby room to the right where there's proper little babies. Then you walk straight in. There's another room, which I assume is like toddlers. But I've like walked in and there's like 7 or 8 mats on the floor. Maybe like 5 or 6 kids napping, which, is that normal? It might be normal. I don't know. So it's quite quiet, quite dark in there, because obviously the other children are still playing. Maybe 4 or 5 other children are still playing in there. So that would be like a toddler room, maybe like 1 to 2 years, maybe. So yeah, they're napping on the floor. Obviously, it's a nursery. Kids make a mess. So there was stuff in, you know, all over, but I don't know. And then she walked me through to like the older kids area, so Jax's age. You walk in. I don't know if it was maybe kind of chaotic. I don't know. I don't know if that's quite normal or not. Like, on the walls, it was chaotic. Like, there was, I don't know. I'm not sure. I feel like, I know this is going to sound really awful because I'm going to be a real complete stereotype right now, but I'm going to stereotype. So like, a lot of the carers or the key workers or the nurse, whatever they are, teachers, what have you, they were all like rude girls, like chavvy, like, I don't know, which again, I'm not judging them. That's just that they were quite lovely. But yeah, they were all quite young girls, if I'm honest. There wasn't really many adults, if you like. Or there was like a couple. I don't know, I feel really judgmental, but obviously, like, this is my son. I'm sending him to this place. So yeah, like, you walk in, there's like all the bags everywhere. They do offer lunch and dinner and breakfast, included in the price. It's like £50 a day. But £50 a day is a lot to say. I know this is like 10 years ago, but Libby, I used to pay £36 a day for Libby, and she had breakfast, lunch and dinner, and it was a private prestige. It was a lovely nursery, which I can't fault the nursery that she went to. However, the staff, that is where my trauma comes from. The staff is yeah, like I say, I'll go into that another day maybe. But the nursery itself, it was run by lovely people. Yeah, Jordan just said, like, look, do you like it? And I'm like, I don't think I do. But again, I don't know if I'm being judgmental about that. Like, so like, yeah, you go into the room. Obviously, the bags are hung up. Again, it's quite messy, but it's children, like toddler. Like, I get kids are messy. And then like you go out to the outside area. And it's a lovely outside area. It's got a big shelter. It's got like a playhouse and some toys, and it's really lovely. It's quite big. So it's sheltered so they can play out you know, come rain or snow or whatever. But I'm watching all of the kids, and yeah, I don't know, I didn't like it. Like, there was like some kids like pushing and shoving, and I just think, obviously any parent, I don't want my kid to go somewhere where it's going to get pushed and shoved. But then there was another little kid that tried to like interject, like, hey, be kind, don't do that. Oh, maybe back to the drawing board. This one was just extremely convenient. It's at the bottom of the road where I'm living. Like, it's literally the next street along. Everywhere else is really booked up. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I'm just being a bit picky and judgmental maybe, but I'm also really desperate for him to get back into nursery because he loves it. Like, he absolutely loves it. No, I don't think no. I think it's going to be a no. What do you think? I don't know what it is that put me off. Maybe kids sleeping on the floor, maybe. But then I know obviously they can't have loads of beds. Like, obviously, Poppy, like, come on. Like, I don't know. And then, like, when I've gone into, like, the Jax's age area, like, there's, like, some toilets to the left and somebody's in there, like, changing bums and stuff. And then there's, I feel like the staff kind of sat around. One girl was kind of just lingering. Another girl was creating some kind of paste, I guess, while all the kids were all playing outside. And she said, like, there's a ratio. I think it's 8 to 1 teacher. 8 kids to 1 teacher, maybe. Is that a lot? I don't know. So, she said she could start straight away. But I'm like, maybe I need to send Jordan. The thing is, though, I knew if I sent Jordan there, he'd be like, absolutely not. Categorically not. Which then that in itself should tell me no. But then Jordan can be quite judgmental sometimes, especially when it comes to the kids. I don't know if it's judgmental. Is it protective? I think it's more protective than judgmental. But yeah, I spoke to Jordan anyway, and he was just like, look, if you're not happy now, we're not sending. I can hear the doubt in your head. It's a no. So I'm like, okay. Back to the drawing board. I'm going to go to Wilco's now, get some little bits, then go home, do some hoovering and cleaning, get my Libby soon, and yeah, hopefully I'll hear back about that job earlier that I was talking about. Ideally, I think if I could, like, right now, like, what kind of job would I want right now? Something that's flexible around the kids. I think that maybe I'd love to do something online, like, kind of like my old job. I worked in an office, but then I started to be able to work from home, so I worked from home full time. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. I could stay with my dog all day. If the kids were sick, I could keep them home with me, not have to worry. Loved the idea of that. So yeah, I don't know if maybe I could do like some kind of, I don't know, office admin at home. If anyone knows of any UK companies that are taking on people working at home, doing, you know, just admin or whatever from home, I'd be more than happy to do that. Hit me up. Hit me up. Okay, so I thought I would just, hang on, the sun isn't, no, that did nothing. I thought I would just hop on and tell you a little bit more about my nursery hunt today. So, obviously, as I mentioned in a minute ago, that nursery I just went to, I was really kind of umming and ahhing and thinking, oh my God, is this what nurseries are like now? Like, anyway, so I pulled up to a local school that was around the corner. They have a nursery, infants and junior school all in one. It's very deceiving. I've never been in there before. I used to live right next door to it and it looked really small. Anyway, I've walked in unannounced and just said, I'm so sorry. I was in the area. I'm looking for a nursery. Is there any possibility that we could discuss like the application process and how it works? So I'm doing this because the sun's right in my face. And she was like, yeah. So the receptionist started talking me through it and how it works and whatnot. And then the head teacher just popped her head from around the corner and was like, hi, I'd be more than happy to show you around if you want. And I was like, oh my God, like, yeah, sure. Are you sure? And she was like, yeah, absolutely. Follow me. So I followed her through. This school was wonderful, so wonderful. I actually nearly sent Libby there because we used to live like on the next road before we lived in our old house. It's absolutely confirmed for me that my gut was right. I should have trusted my gut on the last place, because I was actually umming and ahhing and thinking, oh my God, is it me? Am I being super judgmental? Like, what's the crack? Yeah, I'm not. I've just walked into that school unannounced. She walked me around every single classroom, nursery, reception, foundation, key skill, whatever it was anyway. Loads of different areas. I saw loads of different classes. The play areas, there was like multiple play areas outside. It was organized inside. Bearing in mind, kids are there playing, and it was not messy. Like it was adults. There were adults caring for children. Now, I'm not taking anything away from like younger carers at all, but how do I say this in like a way that's not going to offend anybody? There isn't a way for me to say it. I don't particularly want ghetto, chavvy. I know that sounds awful. I hate myself for saying it, but yeah, no, that's not the type of people that I want to entrust to take care of my child. And judge me, come for me. Please don't come for me. I ain't got it in me right now. But this school was lovely. She was like, we don't do any kind of naming and shaming. You know, if like a child is badly behaved or anything like that, something happens, we will talk to them in private. There's no like, oh, your name's going on the red board, or, you know, nothing like that. She says we encourage positive behaviour. Everything that she showed me around that nursery, I was thrilled to see. I thought everything was fantastic. There are kids playing with toys. Like, there's one kid playing with loads of like animals. There's one kid playing in the sandpit. There's stuff for so many children. It was not overcrowded. There was multiple adults around. All of the children were so lovely. Like, their faces lit up when they saw this head teacher. I'm not lying and I'm not exaggerating. Every single child's face lit up and was almost fighting for her just to say hello. Like, hi. And then they were like, hi, what are you doing here? They was talking to me. I was saying hello to them. They were all so lovely. And they're only like little kids. Like, it was, and I think the fact that I showed up unannounced and it was no problem. And she said, honestly, I'd be confident for anybody just to turn up. Every single day is the same. Like, in regards to how we run things, I'm very confident that everyone will love it if they come and have a viewing. Like, I've got no issue showing anybody around unannounced. Like, nobody knew I was turning up. None of the teachers, all of them were so lovely and like warm. And yeah, so that has just confirmed to me that other one, I need to trust my instinct more. My instinct is always right, but yeah, it's not from a trauma. I think that it was just my motherly instinct, like, nah, this ain't the one. However, slightly bad news. They only do intakes of children in September, January and Easter. So that means that Jax wouldn't be able to start until January. There is a waiting list. I did put him on the waiting list, even though I don't expect us to be here in January, but, you know, expect the best, plan for the worst kind of thing. Just to cover my back, because I would be more than happy to send him there. I think he would absolutely love it. All of the children were playing lovely. They were being respectful towards each other. They're young kids, and for them to be that respectful and that sweet, and yeah. Whereas the other one, they were like kids fighting and shoving each other and no one even batted an eyelid. That ain't the one. So yeah, this is definitely confirmed for me that nursery is not the one, and to keep looking. I thought that it was probably important. I just needed to see another nursery, see how it ran. So I'm quite thankful that, you know, it was kind of, I sprung it on them and they were more than happy to show me around. In fact, I didn't even go to have a look around. I just went for an application form and the head teacher was like, come with me, I'll show you. It was wonderful. A completely wonderful school. 100% would recommend it. Obviously not to you guys because I'm sure you guys are not in my area, but yeah, that was lovely. So I'm gonna look around a little bit more. There's a couple of other nurseries in the area. I'm gonna see if I can get in with them and have a viewing, because you're certainly not going to that one, but it would make sense as to why everybody has waiting times. But I'm just hoping that they're not like, oh yeah, no, we're not taking until January, because that's not, I don't need him to start in January. I want him to start like now, you know? If not, then I can just use this time with my little boy. I just feel guilty. I love having him. I love being with him. But he also loves playing with other children. And obviously my friends' children, they're all at school. So we can't go out on little play dates in the day. And any of my other friends live quite far away. And I have to be back for my daughter for when she finishes school. So it's not like I can just travel over there and whatnot. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll find a place. But yeah, I just wanted to update you guys on what I did after that. And I'm really glad that I did that, because God, imagine if I'd have sent him there. That's definitely not a place I want to send him. So yeah, he's on the waiting list. Doubtful that we're going to be here in January, but if we are, we are. But hopefully we're not, because otherwise I'm not even going into that. But yeah, now I'm going to Wilco's. Bye. I feel so awkward when I say bye. I'm going to Wilco's. See you later. Catch you later. I've just went to Wilco's, got a few bits. I got shampoo, conditioner, body wash, shower gel, bubble bath, deodorant, some face wipes, and a basket. And while I was doing that, I thought there's a little charity shop. So I thought, oh, I'll go in. Like, I'm going to do it in Canada. It's not really something I do here. I'm going to go in. Don't know why I wouldn't do it, but I just haven't. It's just not something I usually do. So I've been like moseying around, feeling a bit lost, because Jax is with my stepmom. They've gone out, as I said, on a little adventure. So I was on the phone to my friend telling her about my day. I'm like, oh my God, I just lost 20 pounds. When I was in Wilco's, I took cash out, because I thought, oh, I'm not going to spend more than £20. Took cash. When I've gone to pay, I paid on my phone, because I spent over £20. So I paid on my phone and walked in the fruit and veg shop next door. Went to pay for it with the cash, couldn't find it. I dropped the £20 at the till, so I ran back into Wilco's. Thankfully, I found it. And then I went home, started unpacking stuff. I just kind of sat there like, oh, now what? What am I going to do with my day now? Sat on my phone to my friend, and then my daughter rang me. Mom, am I walking home today? Shit. I forgot to pick up my daughter from school. Bad mom. Bad mom. We've all done it. So yeah, feeling completely useless, like without my kids, like, oh, what do I do? Remember your kids. So she said she wanted to walk halfway, so I'm just meeting her at the little shop. I was gonna go and like surprise her with like a Tango Ice Blast from the shop. Just been in, and the Ice Blast machine is not on, so I can't do that. So yeah, just gonna sit here and wait for her and get her telling off. Oh dear. She'll be fine.